Grab your bolster. Put the bolster on the back of the mat. Sit in front of the bolster. But keep a bit of space between the buttocks and the bolster. Put your hands behind the buttocks. Put the feet firmly on the ground, knees as wide as the hip or slightly apart, slightly wider. Put the hands behind the buttocks. Tuck the tailbone under and lay down on the bolster. You can have your knees touching or not. Which one is more comfortable for you? Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist, and then in the meantime, pull the back of your head away from the shoulder. Roll the arms outward to have the palm of the hand facing the sky. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tension. One last time. Relax your forehead, eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into your skull. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw. And let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, neck, and shoulders, arms, forearms, and hands. Relax your back. Vertebra per vertebra. Relax your abdominal area, your hips, groins, thighs, hamstring, knees, calf, shins, ankles and feet. Allow your whole body to relax. Allow your chest to open. Thanks to the bolster. Observe the effect of the bolster on your chest. And observe the flowing of your breath. Observe the length of your breath. Is inhalation and exhalation of the same length? Or one of those two phases is naturally longer? Observe, without changing anything, just witness. Let go all tension. Imagine that with the exhalation, your body can get rid of all tension. Keep your awareness into the flowing of your breath. Observe every different aspect of your breathing cycle. Observe which part of your body moves the most. If the chest or the belly. If both moves, which one moves first? Observe if your right side and left side move in the same manner, or if there's a difference between left and right. 3 more breaths. At the end of your 3rd breath, take control and adjust the balance between left and right, if needed. You can move slightly your body to open more the side that need more freedom. For instance, rolling outward the upper arm of the side that is more tense. And once that you're happy with your physical body, try and focus on your breath and bring with your mind more air, more breath on the side that need more opening. Use your conscious breath to open evenly left and right side of your body. Once that you're happy with new balance of your body, of your breath, of your lungs, Start deepening your breath. Create a long, slow, controlled breath. Be in contact with your body. Every second of your breath, of your breathing cycle. If your mind wanna wander, be gentle. It's 100% normal. But bring back your attention onto your breath. Long, slow, controlled, even breath. Three more breaths. At the end of your third one, go back to a normal breath, not controlled. Let go all control of your body, of your breath. And just observe for a brief moment if there is emotions or feelings rising up to the surface. Open your eyes, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a few moments before pushing with the left hand to sit up. Grab your bolster and put the bolster to the front of the mat. Sit on the back of the mat, on your heels, and check to have both big toes touching and exactly the same level. Knees as wide as the mat. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, roll your hips forward and put your forearm over the bolster. Palm of the hand facing down. Keep your arms straight and the same length, width of your shoulder. Pull your arms back into the shoulder socket, and in the meantime, pull your shoulder blades toward the waist. Allow the head to fall down toward the ground, even if the ground is quite far away. Keep on pulling back your arms into the shoulder socket. And without moving the hands are still facing down, roll the upper part of your arms outward. Move the sternum toward the bolster, shoulder blades toward the waist. And there, and also this movement, push from the armpit to the lower elbow and from the upper elbow
to the upper shoulder. Imagine a circuit starting from the elbow, from the upper elbow, going up to the upper shoulder, and then moving down into the armpit, and from the armpit, the circuit go into the elbows again. Keep on using this movement to help you pull back your arms, but in the meantime, opening the shoulders and the armpit. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up.
And grab a block. Put the block in between the wrists. Okay. Keep the elbows at the same distance of the wrists and put the elbows over the bolster. Okay, lift your hands. The hands will be pointing toward the ground, the sky. Pull the arms back into the shoulder socket. You can either put your head in contact with the bolster, or if you want to go deeper, walk slightly back with the elbows and allow the head to fall down toward the ground. Keep the elbows as close as the wrists and pull the arms back into the shoulder socket there too. Keep the forearm as much as you can perpendicular to the ground. And there too, use the same movement from the armpit to the lower elbow, from the upper elbow to the upper shoulder. 3 more breaths. At the end of the 3rd, slowly take your time and come up. Yeah, it's already a nightmare, I know. I perfectly know. Yes, it is a nightmare. Okay. Now, for the bolster in the middle of the mat, and we're going to use the 2 blocks and the belt too. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do, so you have a few moments of relax. And then we're going to do it together. So we're going to use the first block on the ground, quite close to the bolster. Then we create a loop on the belt, and we put the belt between the elbows. The idea is to have the same distance between the wrists that will have the block in between, and the elbows. So that is the distance. As you can see, the forearm are parallel, okay? Once that you have this loop, we free one hand and we put our sacrum over the block on the ground, just the sacrum. Then we move the bolster to have the bolster just behind the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are flat onto the bolster. The second block is between the wrists. Once we are here, if you need, you can also take a pillow or something to put just behind the head if needed. Otherwise, you let the head fall toward the ground on your back. You lift the arm. You pull the arm back into the shoulder socket, shoulder blades over the waist. You start lowering the arms behind you, and you tug the tailbone under as much as you can. And you stay there. Since at the end, the block behind the sacrum is helpful at the beginning, but not at the end, since you're tucking the tailbone under, so your legs are activated. If you feel tension behind the neck, actually you can move that block and put the block behind the head. It will be less comfortable to start with, but then it will be more comfortable for your head. So up to you to find your version. You can try both. In case you don't have the block under the sacrum, then you lift your sacrum straight away. You allow the head to sit on the block, and then you start working. At the end, the hip has to roll backward, to lengthen the spine. So at the end, the final position for your spine is exactly the same. And you stay there for several breaths. Okay? Just pay attention to have the bolster right behind the shoulder blades, not around your neck. The neck is free. So try and move the bolster if needed to find your good position. Okay. So shoulder blades right over the bolster. If you don't have the block under the sacrum, lift the hip and tug the tailbone under. Otherwise, just tug the tailbone under, lift your arms up to the sky, and slowly, always pulling the arms back into the shoulder socket, start lowering the arms. And there too, try to add the same movement that we worked on before. So from the armpit to the lower, well now upper elbow, from the lower elbow to the upper shoulder. Stay there. The neck is free. It's not in contact with the bolster. In case, you can also push slightly with your feet to slide a little bit to the front of the mat, if needed. Still 5 breaths. Okay. Take the tailbone under. Okay. Beautiful. To exit the pose, allow the block to stay on the ground. Grab your elbows and bring the elbows onto your belly. Allow the hip to go down. Look toward your knees to help lift the head. Beautiful. Okay. Put your hands on the ground and push to sit up completely. Okay, perfect. Now, move the bolster, move the block, move all the props, and enter a tabletop position. Put your hands right under the shoulder and knees right under the hip. Inhale. Exhale, roll the hip backward and push the spine toward the sky. Look at your belly. Inhale, roll your hips forward. Allow the spine to drop and look at the sky. Exhale, roll the hips backward and push with the hands against the ground. Inhale, roll your hips forward. And there too, push with the hands against the ground. 3 more movements at your own pace. And try and visualize which part of your spine moves the most and which one needs a bit of freedom. Be conscious of every movement of your body. And at the end of your third breath, stop with the spine parallel to the ground. Tuck the tailbone under and walk forward with your hands. Keep your arms straight and active and allow the chest to go down toward the ground. Pull the arms back into the shoulder socket to allow your shoulders to get wider and roll the arms outward to help activating also the muscles around your chest to help you in this opening. Stay there. Create a long, steady breath. And slowly come up. Okay. Again, tabletop position, but we're not gonna stay there for a long time. Roll the arms outward. Move slightly backward your knees. Put your feet as wide as the mat. Tuck the toes under. Inhale deeply with your exhalation. Pull your buttocks back and shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and slowly start straightening your legs. There too, pull your arms back into the shoulder socket and recreate the same movement that we did before, from the armpit to the lower elbow, from the upper elbow to the upper shoulders. Push your chest toward the toes. Inhale deeply. And with the exhalation, go back into tabletop position and then move into the child pose for 3 breaths. At the end of your third breath, slowly come up. And stand up. Move next to a wall. If you don't have a wall, you can also be next to a table maybe. But if you have a wall, it's better. And put your hands a little bit higher compared to your hips. More or less at belly level. Okay. Put your hands firmly on the wall with the fingers pointing the sky. And there, walk back with your feet. Keep your legs straight. And recreate Adho Mukha Svanasana. The same position that we did before. Create a sort of 90 degrees between the legs and the upper part of your body. And use all the movement that you already know to get the stability that you need, to get the opening that you need for the pattern, for the asana. So pull the arms back into the shoulder socket, roll the arms outward, pull the shoulders apart, there too, from the armpit to the lower elbow, from the upper elbow to the upper shoulder. Allow the chest to go down toward the ground. Keep the arms active. Keep the legs straight. But roll the thighs inward. You can also move the heels apart. Heels wider compared to your toes. You can keep the legs at hip width apart or even wider, even as wide as the mat. Roll the hips forward to allow the chest to go even deeper down to the ground. Allow the head to fall down to the ground. Allow your neck to kind of relax. It will be easier when you enter the normal pose. Keep on rolling the hip forward to help lengthen the back of your legs. And I know that it's hard for the arms. I know that it's hard for the shoulders and even for the hands. But just 3 more breaths. We're almost over. Keep on rolling the hips forward and keep on rolling the thighs inward to help you go deeper. At the end of the third breath, slowly take your time. Slowly come up and walk forward with your feet. Allow the arms to relax completely and enter Tadasana. If needed, you can also put your body against the wall to give you even more stability. Up to you. You can either enter Tadasana against the wall or without the wall. Up to you, but relax completely your arm. Let your arm just let go, surrender. Close your eyes and observe. Observe the weight of your body, if it's stable or not. And in case the weight of the body moves. Observe where it moves. It is more on the ball of the feet or over the heels. Left side or right side. And keep on relaxing completely the arms and also the shoulders. Try not to be that perfect, that stiff. Just let go. Let go of your arms, your hands. Allow the hands to close lightly. Because if the hands are completely relaxed, they're not straight. Allow the gravity to help you relax your arms. Even if it means that the upper arm will roll slightly inward, it's not a problem. You're finding a softer version of Tadasana. You're exploring Tadasana. Okay, open your eyes. Now, put your legs wider compared to your hips, but not too wide anyway. Just quite comfortably wide. Interlace your hands behind your buttocks and push the hands down to the ground. Straighten your arms as much as you can. Keep as much as you can the palm of the hand in contact. If it's impossible today, it's not a problem. That is the direction. Maybe it's impossible today. It will be possible next time, maybe. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep on pushing down the hands. And there, inhale. With the exhalation, roll the hip forward and start lowering the chest. But keep the your eyes looking in front of you. Keep the chest parallel to the ground, just for a few breaths. Keep the weight of your body on the ball of the feet. And now, keep on rolling forward your hip and allow the head to go down to the ground, toward the ground. In the meantime, pull your hands up to the sky. Keep the weight of your body on the ball of the feet. If you have tinglings in your hands and in your arms, is 100% normal. It should be weird not to have it. Keep on pushing up to the sky, your hands, and down to the ground, your head. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly bend slightly the knees and come up. Release the arms and let go the arms. Okay. Again, close your eyes. And without moving the arms anymore, just observe the feelings on your shoulders, on your arms, forearms, and hands. Just observe without changing anything. Just become a witness of the feelings that you're experiencing. Okay, open your eyes, sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward and push the thumb back as much as you can. Okay. Lower your hands and push the thumb even more to the back. Tuck the tailbone under, but in the meantime, lift your chest. Breathe on your chest. Try and open wider your chest with every inhalation. Three breaths. At the end of the third, release the arms again. Roll your right leg outward, right leg outward, left leg inward. Check to have both feet pointing to the front of the mat. Okay. Put your hands behind your lumbar spine, between the lumbar spine and the buttocks, actually. Slightly lower, Manu. Okay. The fingers are pointing to the ground, Ruth. Just behind the lumbar spine, between the lumbar spine and the buttocks. Okay. So fingers pointing down, sternum up, shoulder blades down, and move the two elbows slightly closer to each other. Okay. Tuck the tailbone under and allow the left groin to lengthen. Move the belly in to help you in this movement. And actually, put your right hand just in front of the belly and left one stay there between the lumbar spine and the buttocks. With the right hand on your hip, on your belly, imagine to pull slightly up and in and inside your belly. And in the meantime, with the left hand, push down the hip. So create the backward rotation of the hip and allow the two hands to help you in this movement. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, bend your right leg slightly. Remember to never have the knee in front of the ankle. So in case, walk forward with your right feet to be in the safer position, but keep on rolling backward your hip with the help of the hands. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. And now, without moving the hip, roll the arms outward and push the hands back. Look in front of you, but keep on the rolling backward of the hip. Keep the same feeling that you had with the hands helping this movement. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, slowly come back to center and turn on the left side. So roll the left leg outward, right leg inward. Check to have both feet pointing to the back of the mat. Okay. Activate your quadriceps to help you not entering the hyperextended knee. So allow the legs to be firm and stable. So trying not to let go the knee to the back. Okay. Now let's start just like we did before with the two hands behind your back, between the lumbar spine and the buttocks. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, and pull your elbows closer. Now, move your left hand onto your belly. Keep the right one behind your back. Okay. Use your left hand to help you lift slightly the pubis up and in. And with the right one, push the buttocks down to help you lengthen the right groin. With this movement in place, keep on rolling the hip forward with the help of the hands. Bend your left leg. Find always your safe positioning of the knee. Keep on rolling backward your hip with the help of the hands. And now, without moving the hips anymore, allow your arms to roll outward, hands back, open the chest, look in front of you for 3 breaths. Keep on lengthening your right groin. Three breaths. At the end of the third, slowly straighten your legs. Come back to the center. Check to have the outer part of your legs parallel to the short side of the mat. But there, widen your feet as much as you can. Okay. Now, keep the ball of the feet firmly on the ground, but push your heels apart to open the heels even more compared to the toes. Okay, put your hands on the waist, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, roll your hips forward. Put your hands on the ground. We usually with the feet really a lot apart is easier to touch the ground. If needed, you can always put your blocks under the hands, but I don't think you need it. Okay. Keep the weight of the body on the ball of the feet. Roll the arms outward. Bend the elbows backward to keep the forearm parallel between each other, and allow the head to go down toward the ground as much as you can. If it's impossible to touch the ground, it's not a problem. You can keep it kind of hovering over the ground. It's not a problem. Keep your legs activated and keep your quadriceps activated to lift your kneecap up. Relax your shoulder.
Relax your neck. Keep the inner part of the elbows always facing to the front. So keep on rolling the arms outward to have the inner part of the elbows facing in front of you. Okay, 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly, slowly come up.
Put your hands on the waist and walk with your feet to enter Tadasana again. Release your arms, sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Keep the big toes touching and the heels slightly apart. Okay, just a few moments. Close your eyes. Okay, now we're gonna go down to the ground again, but with the bolster. So the bolster would be at the back of the mat. We put our right leg to the front of the mat and the left knee over the bolster. Okay. Now walk forward with your right leg and allow the chest to be in contact with the right thigh. Walk forward, 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 forward with your right hand, no, with your right feet to lower the hip and to stretch the left groin again. As much as you can. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. There too, imagine to have the 2 hands helping you rolling the hip backward. Even though your hands are on the ground, imagine to recreate exactly the same movement that we did before. So keep on rolling the hip backward. Sternum up, roll the hip backward, lengthen your groin. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, walk back with your left feet and change leg. So put your left, no, sorry, it was the other leg. Okay, sorry. Now put your left leg to the front, right leg over the bolster. Walk forward with your left feet and roll the hip forward. Put your chest in contact, in firm contact with the thighs. Put your hands on the ground and keep on walking forward with your left feet to lower the hip. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward, keep on walking forward. I know that it's hard. I know. It's hard for me too. I can tell you. Keep on lengthening your groin. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. All the movement that you already know, you have to do it. And imagine to still have your hands helping you rolling the hip backwards to lengthen the groin. Last moments is not the end of the world. Allow the groin to lengthen Just a few moments. Okay, and now walk back with your feet and enter the child pose. You can also use the bolster in between the knees to find an easier version of the child pose. In case you use your bolster, count 3 breaths with the head facing the right side and 3-1 with the face facing the left side. Otherwise, 6 long, steady breaths. At the end of your 6th breath, slowly come up and stand up. We're going to use the wall again, but we're going to use the wall on the side. It will help you just with the balance, okay? So, find your Tadasana pose just next to the wall. Imagine just to be not far, but not completely in contact with the wall. Okay. Tadasana. Find your position. Your right side is next to the wall. Okay, perfect. Now, lean on your right leg and bend your left leg behind. Just there. Keep the 2 knees next to each other. And now, go back into Tadasana. As a start is an easy one. As a start. Now, lean again on your right side. Bend your left leg and grab your ankle. Okay. Pull your right ankle toward the buttocks and allow the left thigh to lengthen. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, go back into Tadasana. Again, lean on your right side, bend your left leg, allow the 2 knees to go close to each other, and pull your feet as much as you can toward the buttocks. There, roll the hip backward to lengthen even more your thigh and also your groin. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, and roll the left shoulder outward to open the chest. Okay, and down again. Manu, you're doing the other side. So yeah, better like that. Because otherwise it will be more, well, harder to find a balance. Okay. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Lean on your right leg. Bend your left one. Grab your left ankle. Push your feet toward the buttocks. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward. Belly in, Roll the hip backward. Okay. Now push your your left knee back. It will be super hard without moving the chest. It's just the knee moving backward. And release. Okay, now let's move on to the other side. And we do exactly the same thing. So first, lean on your left leg and bend your right knee without grabbing the leg. It's just bending your knee. Keep the knees together. Okay, perfect. And Tadasana again. Lean on your left leg, bend your right knee, and grab your right ankle. Put the two knees together and start pulling the feet toward the buttock. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Okay. And release. Again, lean on your on your left leg, bend your right leg, grab your right ankle, put your ankle and heel as much as you can in contact with your buttocks. The two knees are as close as you can. Roll the hip backward to lengthen even more the thigh and the groin. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the right shoulder outward to open the chest. Okay. And again, release. We're really going there step by step. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Lean on your left leg, bend your right leg. Grab your right ankle. Pull your right feet as much as you can in contact with your right buttock. Roll the hip backward to lengthen thigh and groin. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward to open the chest. And there, without moving the chest, move the right knee back. Super hard, I know. Super hyper hard. Okay. Go back into Tadasana again. And let's go again on the other side. Okay, now lean on your right leg. Grab your left ankle. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep your feet flat. Okay, and now start moving your shins away from the buttocks. In the meantime, roll the hip backward. Move the knee backward. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward and lean slightly to the front. Keep on pushing your feet and your shin back. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, but keep on rolling the hip backward. Move your chest forward. Ruth, move your chest a little bit forward, even more, okay. But keep on pushing the feet back. The more that you push the feet back, the more you will open the chest. You can lean on the wall. We have the wall for a reason. So it will be easier to focus on the opening, on the safe opening of your body without struggling with the balance. And slowly come back to center. I know it is not easy. On the other side, lean on your left leg, bend your right leg, grab your right ankle, flex feet, keep your knees quite close, sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward and start pushing with the feet and shin away from the buttocks. There, move slightly to the front, allow the chest to go forward, but in the meantime, push even more with feet and leg to the back. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. The more you push with the ankle away from the buttocks, the more you will open the chest. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, go back to center. Now, keep your legs quite wide. Roll the hips forward and allow the spine to unwind. 3 breaths. Long, steady breath. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up. And we're going to do it one last time. This time, try and touch the wall only if needed. So I'm going to show you again, so you have a few seconds to relax a little bit more. I'm going to show you again all the movement that we're going to do, and try still with the wall next to you, so in case, just use it for sport, but try not to hang on the wall, okay? So the idea is to first grab the knee, put the 2 knees together, keep your feet flex, and then you start pushing back with the knee. First, I'll show you, and then we can do it together. Then you allow the chest to go down, but in the meantime, the part of your body that have to move, to work more is the leg, because the leg have to push back the feet. Okay, that is super important. There's no, the idea is really to use the legs, because doing this is just a different thing, okay? So also, if you cannot open too much, just stay there, but keep on pushing down the feet. Actually, the more you move forward, the more it will be easier to move the leg back and up. But up to you to find your position. If needed, remember always that you have the wall next to you. So in case, you can always touch it for the balance. Okay, so focus as much as you can on the legs. And for the security, remember to roll the hip backward, not to put too much pressure on your lumbar spine. Okay? So, Tadasana. Lean on your right leg, Bend your left leg, grab your left ankle, flex feet, sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the hip backward, start moving back your left leg and moving forward your chest. When you arrive, I cannot say a comfortable position, but a kind of comfortable position, start working with your leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, and keep on working with your leg. Push your feet and chin back. 3 more breaths. And slowly come back to center. Move on the other side. Lean on your left leg, bend your right leg, grab your right ankle, flex feet, start pushing your leg back and start moving your chest forward. When you arrive at your kind of comfortable position, start working with your leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Beautiful. 3 breaths. And slowly come back to center. Grab your bolster. Put the bolster to the front of the feet, of the mat. I have a cat that will do my bolster. See, just behind your bolster. Bolster will be under your knees. Okay. Yeah, I'm using the cat as a bolster since she doesn't want to move. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Put your hands just behind the buttocks and start pushing with the chest up to the sky. 3 breaths. Look at the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, lay down on the ground and enter Shavasana. If you need to move, it's already 6:15. Otherwise, just stay there for a few moments. Close your eyes and allow your body to relax. Visualize your body to relax. Visualize the skin of your body melting down into the ground. And unveiling a deeper and more beautiful version of yourself. Last moments. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtin Badanam Udvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrita Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtin Badanam Udvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrita Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtin Vadanam Udvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrita. Really slowly. Start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Let go all tension. One last time. Roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a few moments before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. You can also sit on your bolster to help you keep your spine straight but relaxed. Put your hands in Chin Mudra or Jnana Mudra. So index and thumb finger together with the palm of the hand facing the sky or the ground. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you, thank you. And as usual, I have my cat again over me after the the It's just, yeah, impressive. Okay, can we move? No, we cannot. We cannot move. They decided that I have to stay there, just without moving.
They look quiet.
Yeah, sometimes. Not all the time.
Thank you, Elena.
Thank you, Manu.
It was physic for me today.
No, not only for you, for me too. Well, you know, we opened the body, we worked on the groin, we worked. So I think that anyone, even the fittest yogi, have to work on those positions.
Bye, thanks. Can you tell me why you put your feet flex? Physical things?
Well, if you put your feet flex, then you can better protect your knee. It's the same thing when you do, when you do the cross leg position and you try to go into Padmasana, if you have the feet just relaxed, then if you have some sensitivity on your knees, you can find quite a bit of tension around the knee. If in this position you flex your feet, then all the muscles are giving the stability around the knee. So if you don't have any problem in the ligaments and tendons around the knee, you can do whatever you want with your feet. But most of the people has got some slight problems with the knees. So it's always better to flex the feet, to use the muscles to give support to the knee. That's the main problem. So the main way to be safe in this position. Okay, and every time you feel a bit of tension in the knee, if you activate either the quadriceps, but in that movement that you're doing this, so you cannot contract your quadriceps, contracting more this muscle, even though actually you're kind of contracting both and kind of lengthening both, but it's quite hard to explain in a few seconds. So you can use you cannot use anyway your thigh to give the support to your knee. So if you push away, you will feel more tension in the knee. If you do this, then the muscles of your shins will contract and will give the stability needed on the knees. Okay?
But when you go in Padmasana, you cannot. Padmasana?
Yeah, Padmasana. Lotus pose.
Yes. You cannot.
At the beginning, you have to work with the flex feet.
Okay.
Because the Padmasana, in Padmasana, you don't have to twist the knee. You have to open the hip. It's a problem of the hip. That is, if I do this movement and then I roll the thigh outward, then I will allow the feet to go in this position. Okay, but it doesn't have to come from the knee. It has to come from the hip. So if you do this position and you do this, then you will work on the hip. If you do this position, then you will use ligaments to open the neck, the knee, and it's not safe at all. So at the beginning, you should always work with the flex feet, and then day by day, you pull it more toward the hip. You will see that if you have the flexed feet, you're not gonna feel a lot. Obviously, in the working of the pose, you're gonna feel a bit of tension on the knee, but you will feel more tension and more working on the hip.
Okay, I will try it. So, yes.
Because if you do this, then it will be easier, 100% easier, but it won't be safe. That's the problem. Because otherwise you can do this without having the feet flexed, but then you have to give support to your knee. And it's not really the idea of Padmasana. And then just remember that Padmasana is not a pose that you need to do.
Yes, it's
because everyone is different. So there are some people that has got the hips really open, but still stable. They can do it with no struggle at all. Actually, someone has got really the bones around the hip won't allow at all to roll the hip, to roll the thigh outward and to open the hip. For those people, trying to enter Padmasana will result in problems of the hip.
Mhm.
So what's the idea? That is, we have to say to stay safe. So if you feel something that is not wrong, just try not to listen to your ego. Because I know that all the yogini want to enter Padmasana because, well, you know, the lotus pose, I can do the lotus pose. But if you can do the lotus pose in the not in the safe way, then you're not a yogini, you're a stupid.
Mhm.
It's a different thing. Okay?
Yeah. So thanks.
Thank you.